Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. I'm going to be doing a full-on Shoutcast this time, not going to be doing a single-player Shoutcast. I've done 3 of those in a row, and it's time for a little bit more than that. So this particular game happened the day that the last patch released. So Nidalee just got her changes, and I'm really excited to see what went on there. Also, of course, items got changes, like Doran's blade got changed so that it now has health, lifesteal again. And it does have, I believe, reduced health and reduced attack damage. But the lifesteal is actually pretty huge. And that used to be there a long time ago, and they removed it and stuck the damage on hit in place. And then, now it's back to lifesteal because they decided that was more, that was better for it. So, the changes to Nidalee. She now starts with 1 rank in R automatically. Her Cougar form abilities scale off of her R rank, so that's definitely a big thing. And then she got a lot of different different changes here. I mean, they were not really huge changes. The abilities still work fairly similar, but there's definitely a big difference in some ways. This, I believe, is just about the same, but with the javelin toss. Anytime she hits somebody with it, they get a debuff. And as long as they have that debuff, when she's in Cougar form, she jumps toward them really far. And the same is with Bushwhack. They nerfed the damage on her spear, so it'll do a whole lot less. They also nerfed the heal on her Primal Surge. However, of course, they added these abilities so that her Cougar form, apparently she could jump ridiculously far. I don't know exactly how far, as this will be the first time I've seen it, but I have been following RF Legendary on Twitter, and he said it is just ridiculous how far you can jump, and he's pretty shocked by it. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it'll end up going, and we may actually be able to see it fairly shortly here. There we go. He's just kind of zoning out the Shyvana for a little bit here, and there we go. Gonna be forced to fall back, actually, and Eve is actually already forced to flash, which is not a good thing for them at all. And there goes first blood to Shyvana. That's pretty terrible news, as that is his lead opponent, and having your enemy and top lane getting that first blood is never fun. But at the same time, first blood isn't worth that much in this season, so it may not be that big of a difference if RF Legendary can go ahead and keep him zoned. So he actually did start with the Bushwhack, of course, which is the trap, and that's no real surprise there. And it looks like we actually have an invade here coming from Elise. She's level 2, so she actually might be able to get this from Elise. By that I mean Eve. Looks like she is going to go ahead and back off here. She knows that TF is on his way over. And no, she's actually still sort of sticking around. In comes Alistar, though. Alistar's actually getting really low. Forced to flash out. Ooh, that's the new Alistar skin, too. There we go. Draven doing a lot of damage. Nobody actually dies there, but Blue did reset. Graves got really low, and these guys are actually going to be able to go ahead and grab this blue buff. Ooh, Vladimir doing lots of damage there to the TF. Eve coming in to do a little bit of damage, but not really going to do too much, and she's going to be forced to fall back. So she is still actually level 1 here, which is not good at all. This is not a good start for the red team. Not at all. Vladimir's actually taking a decent amount of damage here, but nothing too terrible. But in the meantime, RF was actually able to zone the Shyvana off of lane. So while, yes, Shyvana did get that early advantage with her. Actually, honestly, she didn't get an early advantage at all, because of the fact that she did not have time to go back. So she came into lane. Yes, she had extra gold, but the extra gold doesn't do anything until you sell it. Until you go buy items, I mean. So she actually didn't come out of this too far ahead at all. And if we go ahead and line up the people here, RF is actually 4 CS ahead, which I mean isn't terrible. It's just about 100 gold. So Shyvana's definitely coming back to lane a little bit more ahead, as she did go ahead and get the boots of speed and Doran's shield. Actually, I think she started Doran's shield. So she got boots of speed and Doran's blade in addition to her starting item of Doran's shield. But even still, oh, what was that, Alistar? What was that? Oh my gosh! Yeah, I got in there just in time to see Alistar punt Draven into range so he could kill Graves. And then, of course, Draven was able to get out of it without too much trouble. That was... I have a feeling that did not go over well with Graves at all. Up top, we've got RF and Shyvana going at it. RF is actually taking quite a bit of damage there from Shyvana, but it's not going to be too big of a deal as he does have a little bit more sustain than does Shyvana. And, of course, he's able to go ahead and just use those Cougar form abilities to actually kind of hurt Shyvana. Shyvana's still a little ahead here, but we do see him continuing to heal up here. Looks like TF was forced to go back here by the Vladimir. Vladimir made him miss a little bit of CS and XP. Nothing too terrible, though. And in the meantime, of course, Graves and Alistar were able to shove this forward so that the Draven also misses some CS there. By the way, one of the changes that was in this is that heals... Oh, actually, no. There is an item that makes it so that heals, shields, anything like that buff the recipient's attack speed. So while, it's not doing anything yet, later on, if Alistar gets that item, he can actually buff an entire minion wave's attack speed. So I honestly am really looking forward to seeing that. It also works for, Soraka Ultimate. It'll go ahead and give her entire team attack speed, which it just seems really strong if you're in an all AD team. So I'm really curious to see how exactly that goes. Very curious. Let's go ahead and continue with this. All right. Actually, I think that was the big jump right there. I'm not sure, though. All right. Not RF Legendary, who actually is RF Legendary, is playing the Nidalee. In comes the Elise, going into RF Legendary. RF Legendary goes ahead and lands the spear there. Gonna go ahead and try to get out of this. I don't know if it's gonna happen, though. And Elise jumps in. Nice pounce there, making him... Yes, he's gonna get out of this. They actually kind of thought he was gonna go the other way, so they started to go up that way. And he was actually able to juke that. So very nicely played there by RF Legendary, making sure that he escapes that. In comes the Elise, coming in for a gank. In comes TF as well. And nice stun onto that Draven. Draven is dead. The question is, will she also go down? Karma is trying her best to get out. Nice stun. She flashes, though, and I think she actually will be able to escape this. She's trying her best, and Vladimir is on his way down to go ahead and stop this. He's actually going to come across the TF here and go into his blood pool, but he's going to get stunned there, and I think TF still may end up going down. Yes, he does end up going down. In comes Eve, though, and that may be a dead Vladimir. That is a dead Vladimir. Will Eve be able to finish off the Karma? I don't think so. Karma's a little too fast, but I could definitely be wrong. And she's a little low on mana, so she actually might end up going down to this. Yes, she does, thanks to that flash there from Eve. Had it not been for that, she wouldn't have been able to get that auto attack off, and that probably would not have turned out that way. But thanks to the flash, she was able to get in range, get the auto attack, and that final hate spike to go ahead and finish her off. So, carry on. We've got a Chinese person playing Shyvana. Very nice. Very nice. Mid lane, we've got Sam playing Twisted Fate versus Vladimir, played by Shrine Maiden. Down the bot lane, we've got Draven, played by Sanis1, versus Graves, played by Hirosaki. The supports, we've got Pancakes X3 playing against King Showa as Alistar. Karma is, of course, the Pancakes, and Alistar is King Showa. The jungles, finally, we've got Nidalee as the Evelyn versus Raw Energy as Elise. I wonder if that's supposed to be a Egyptian god pun. I don't know. Ooh, Shyvana misses her ult, but on the plus side, RF Legendary also missed his spear. But RF is actually able to do quite a bit of damage here, and Shyvana oddly came out, and there we go. That lands, and that bush swipe, yeah. That spear landed. You see the symbol above Shyvana's head there. That right there is what tells you that the spear landed, and that is the debuff. That's the symbol that, hey, that debuff is here. And you could see that the pounce range was actually really long there. A lot longer than normal pounce range for Nidalee. So that was a good way of telling exactly what is going on there. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing a bit more. Ooh, pink ward here, and Alistar says, that's going down. In comes Nidalee. There we go again. That pounce is there. Gets punted by the Draven thing, though. And that means they're not going to be able to finish this off. RF Legendary going to be forced back here with the rest of his team. Unless Alistar is going to decide to tower dive this, as he might be able to do so, but he looks like they're deciding against it. And they're probably going to go ahead and go for Dragon here. RF does not have teleport as he just used it down here. So he's not going to be able to get up to top lane in time to prevent this Shyvana from possibly taking this tower. So in the meantime, he's going to go ahead and head mid to try to help her out. And it looks like he's heading top now. Go ahead and shut that down. But also, in this patch, oh my gosh, triple Doran's Blade onto Nidalee. That's kind of funky. Yeah. Alright, so also in this patch, they added a lot of AD items. And, well, they added a couple AD items and changed the way other AD items work. Bloodthirster no longer has stacks. That right there is a huge one. It now does a flat 80 attack damage increase. So that is definitely a really big change. But it has it so that, you know, the lifesteal, if you would have healed yourself past, you know, full health, it actually grants you a shield now. So instead of, you know, having overheals that do nothing, you actually have a shield that actually does work. In comes a gank coming in from Evelyn. That is a Shyvana getting really low. In comes Elise, though, going in on RF Legendary. Nice heal onto himself, and he actually is going to be able to escape this. Eve's going in onto the Evelyn, and Eve is going onto the Elise. And yeah, Elise actually does end up going down. Nicely played there. Shyvana was not able to get in range, and had she probably would have ended up dying. In the meantime, it actually looks like Draven went down as well to the Alistar Graves combo. Looks like they decided to do a tower dive here. There we go. They are shoving this up right now, and we see them just setting it up. Alistar, of course, does have his ulti, and he knows that it's only Draven here. So there we go. They go in for this now, punts him against the wall, immediately pops him up, and the ultimate there from Graves does a lot of damage, and Alistar's just taking that up. He doesn't really need to worry about it. I think he popped his ulti. He didn't even pop his ulti for that. He's like, no, I'm fine. I don't need to pop my ulti. I'm good. And he definitely was. He was 100% good on that. He survived that. Got the flash out of Graves there. Nice empowered Q there from the Karma. Got the flash. Didn't get the kill. Hey. You gotta do something, right? Yeah, let's see. I believe these ones, I think the price on Berserker's Greaves was increased by a little bit, but I'm not 100% certain on that one. Not certain at all. Overall, so far, we're not really seeing too much of the new changes. I believe, yeah, the Blade of the Ruined King was actually nerfed a little bit. It now gives less AD, I think? Or it could give more, I'm not sure. No, I should really know this. I should know this. I do know that all of the 80 items are actually a pure 80 AD now. Wow, 80. Wow. I wonder if that was intentional. Probably. RF just ripping Shyvana to shreds. Got that extra leap again there. Very nice buff to Nidalee there. Thing is, of course, you know, she's I don't know if it's so much a buff as, you know, she was really strong before, but now the way you play her is gonna have to change. And that honestly is why I wanted to come and watch an RF Legendary specific game, is because of the fact that the way RF plays Nidalee and the way RF played Nidalee already matches with the playstyle that Riot wanted to enforce onto Nidalee. So that right there told me that, got Shyvana scared there from that TF ulti, even though he wasn't coming for her. But yeah, the way he played it already matches with how they're encouraging him to be played. So I wanted to go ahead and see that, just to see how he handles it now that it really matches his playstyle. There we go. They go ahead and take that Vladimir down. And the teleport coming in from the TF. He's got a yellow card. Does manage to get the stun there, but Eve is way too far away. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. The ghost comes out, lands the stun again, but she flashes, so she's going to be fine. And lots of MIA pings, but I'm not sure exactly why. There we go. He's just gonna go ahead and farm over here. Aw, fails the jump. There we go. Made it that time. Very good, very good. And now we've got Eve and Elise going at it here, and that's not such a good idea for Elise. That kind of sucks for Elise too, because, you know, she jumped over the wall and repelled to the golems to go ahead and try to escape, and I'm not sure if it's red buff or golems or just a combination of the two. But either way, she ended up going down there and getting that kill for Elise. In comes Elise coming into Draven. Draven says, fine, I'm going to have to give the kill to the Alistar, because to do otherwise would have given a kill and an assist. At least this way he only gave up a kill. So no, it's a big deal, but not as big of a deal as it could have been. Eve just farming up her jungle here. Got, you know, not really much happening. I'm kind of surprised to see a Vlad mid. You don't see that so much right now. Or, you know, anytime recently. So I'm kind of curious as to what exactly caused that, as I don't know of any changes that would have affected him directly. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just a one-time thing, or maybe this guy is a Vladimir main or something else. Ooh, wow, there's that increased jump there onto Pounce. She's going to step on the track, which renews that debuff. And we may actually see RF Legendary being going to go ahead and dive here. I kind of doubt it, though. He's just going to go for the tower. And there goes Shyvana again, coming all the way out here, taking a lot of damage, but she's not going to end up dying. And she did go ahead and clear out those minions. In the meantime, we've got another gank down here. Vladimir actually got really low. And there we go. There's the stun from TF. In comes Elise. Going to go ahead and go in. Out comes the Vladimir ulti, only landing on Elise. She's going to go ahead and take... Actually, TF got that, oddly. And they do manage to go ahead and take down the Elise as well. RF Legendary, I believe, teleported down here? No, he just ran all the way down here. I didn't even notice him on his way, but he actually did. And that's going to be a tower for these guys. Alistar came up as well, allowing them to go ahead and take that. In the meantime, though, Graves is in a bit of trouble here. He's getting tower dove. He's trying his best, but he's going to go down to that Draven ulti return. In comes RF Legendary, though. He went ahead and teleported down here, doing a lot of damage to Draven really fast. And the rest of his team is coming down. So these guys are in a lot of trouble. There's the Evelyn ulti. In comes the spear landing, and there's the pounce. And down they both go. Yeah, they took down Graves, but they ended up dying for it in return. They thought they were going to be safe because they're like, oh, it's only Nidalee. No, it was the rest of her team as well. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I'm really excited to see how this is going to work. And I know RF Legendary was incredibly excited by this because, you know, like I said, it really matches his playstyle the way they are trying to enforce it. And if they're buffing his playstyle, he was already utterly destroying with that old playstyle. And now that it's buffed a bit, I think he's going to be a monster in the top lane. On the other hand, I mean, Nidalee is still kind of permabanned, at least when I was watching Hotshot GG. I was going to go and try to get one of his because he's actively streaming right now. So I wanted to go ahead and see about doing one of his, in large part also because of the fact that I have recently done a RF Legendary game, whereas I haven't done Hotshot GG anytime recently. So I wanted to try that. But unfortunately, apparently it's just getting banned or picked. It actually got banned in the game that he got into just before I did this. In the game, and the attempt before that, somebody dodged. And I was like, dang it, I wanted to see that. So, no go there. And even when it didn't get banned or picked, even when it didn't get banned, it was being picked by the enemy team. Oh, nice stun there, but RF Legendary is just so fast. In comes the Alistar, punting Shyvana into range. Nice heal from RF Legendary, though. There comes the Ignite, and down goes Shyvana to RF Legendary. Man, Alistar did his best to go ahead and kill Nidalee, but it didn't end up working out thanks to that nice heal from RF Legendary. Healing himself up. Honestly, I'm just kind of picking on Alistar here. I don't think he actually did that to go ahead and assassinate him there. There we go. The stun misses this time as RF Legendary did not choose to come this way. There we go. He's chasing down. He's probably going to switch into other form and... Okay. Apparently he gets punched over the wall there. Let's go mid and see what happened here. There we go. Nice Zanya's there from TF. And Vladimir's actually really low here. Out comes the Ghost from TF. Lands the stun. In comes E for the kill. And of course the Draven ulti came in. Did not land onto TF. As TF said, no. I'm not headed that way. So he ended up escaping this. They're going for Evelyn now. And actually Elise is there as well. But she missed her stun. And she actually may end up going down for this. If one more hate spike had landed, she would have. Watch out. Okay, she's going to escape this. Is Eve going to escape, though? One more hit and she's dead. RF Legendary is here. Going to go ahead and land the heal. And, oh, that's the shield, by the way. That right there is that shield that I was talking about. Oh, Elise, you're so low. Down she goes. Not going to be able to save herself. She tried her best, but it didn't end up working. And yeah, that right there is the shield. I don't know if it stacks. The excess life blocks incoming damage for this champion. I'm not sure if it stacks or how exactly that works. I know it wears off after time, but I don't know if it's just the last hit or if it adds up or how that works. I would guess it's probably the last hit is what your shield is, but I'm not sure. I wonder if it says on it. Where is it? There it is. Up to 160. Okay, so I guess every hit you do, it adds it up to 160. It only works if you're overhealing, and it decays slowly if you haven't dealt or taken damage. So not only does it disappear, but it decays while it disappears. Oh, that punt from Alistar. Not his fault on that one, because he actually did go ahead and punt as she was ulting there, and that put her just out of range, so it punched her the wrong way. That one I don't blame him at all, and unfortunately for the red team, it was followed up by a red card from the TF, which means no stun for you. They're going to go ahead and get rid of this pink ward, though. And RF is on his way back to top lane. And both teams are actually switching back into passive mode here, it looks like. Graves going to go ahead and try to get some CS. He actually went for an Infinity Edge right off the bat, which is something I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more from AD carries. Because it's now, I believe it's slightly cheaper. That's kind of an interesting skin. I think it's slightly cheaper, and it has the same attack damage as does the Bloodthirster. So it's got the increased critical strike chance. It has the same passive as it used to, but now it has the same AD. It doesn't, of course, have lifesteal, but you can get the lifesteal Endurance Blades now. So you don't need Bloodthirster for that lifesteal, and the only thing you're missing out on with this is actually that passive from the Bloodthirster by going for the Infinity Edge and Endurance Blade. I mean, yeah, you're going to miss out on some lifesteal because, of course, the Bloodthirster is 15% lifesteal. It's a whole lot harder to get that out of a Endurance Blade. You're not going to get that. You'd have to have 5 Endurance Blades. But, I mean, honestly, I think it might actually be better to have that Infinity Edge just because of the passive Infinity Edge gets you. It gives you that increased damage on crits, and it increases your crit by so much. I think that's going to be a really strong item, first item now for AD carries. We'll see, but that's definitely my guess here. They're going to go ahead and take down this tower. Down it goes. Oh wow, there's the rest of the team coming in. Nice Zonya's there from the TF. He still ends up going down, but they do manage to go and take down the Vladimir first, and there goes the rest of the blue team that was here. Shyvana and Elise are the only surviving members. Shyvana's actually down here, as I believe she just came back to life, or just got back from a trip elsewhere. Elise was able to escape, as I think she wasn't even there during that fight. It honestly looked like it was going to be a decent fight, because, you know, to the blue team. By the blue team's perspective, it looked like it was going to be a decent fight. I mean, it was the 3 versus 2 at the tower. They're like, hey, we got this. No. They were being flanked by another 2 members of the red team, and that ended up turning around really fast. And now they're going to lose another tower out of this, too. Unless Elise is able to stop this. It looks like she is. Lands the stun onto Graves, but I think Graves is going to be able to escape. He is indeed. Look at the gold turtles here. He's got 1,700 gold, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him go back fairly soon here for a BF sword or something. But as of right now, he's not. They're going for Dragon here. Both teams are actually hanging around. Graves is getting really low, but there's a heal there from the Alistar, and the rest of the team is here now. And blue team's having to run. They have to try to run and get away from this. The stun lands onto Draven. Draven's going to go down. Nidalee was able to take down the Karma, and now Vladimir goes down as well. And this is going to be a free dragon for the red team, and it may actually even be a tower as well. Yeah, it is. We've got Nidalee and TF both headed toward this tower. Just kidding. Just Nidalee. Nidalee's going to be able to take this on her own, though. And the question is, will she go ahead and try to save her top tower? Shyvana's going in. Yes. Yes, she will. There's the teleport in from Nidalee, and she's going to go straight for that Shyvana. Shyvana might actually be able to finish this off beforehand, but she's going to take a lot of damage doing so. She's forced to ult over the wall. The flash comes in from RF Legendary. If he can land a spear, he's going to be able to catch up easily. There we go. There's the spear. Flash comes out, and RF Legendary said, oh, no. I see where you're going. And just followed right on through. Was able to go ahead and kill off the Shyvana. So, yeah, you got a tower, but you died for it, and you lost a tower mid lane in the meantime. It might have been an okay trade for what she could do, given the fact, you know, she couldn't stop the dragon, couldn't stop the tower. So, honestly, I guess it could be okay, as at least this way she got a dragon or a tower out of it. But she did die as well, so, definitely a bit iffy, you know? Definitely a bit iffy. Alright, so Graves and Alistar. This, by the way, is the new Alistar skin. It's to support the World Cup, which is going on right now. I've actually been kind of enjoying watching that at times. Only at times. Only at times. I will say I'm kind of bothered at times by the dives. I'm sure a lot of people say that too, but in the game I was watching today, it was Spain versus Chile. Yeah, Spain versus Chile. And Spain, I was really happy with Spain. There were no dives from them. They played it really well. But Chile, man, it was like every 5 seconds there was another dive from those guys. I got tired of them. I started out the game rooting for them. And by the end of it, I was like, I really wish these guys wouldn't win anymore because there's just like constant dives. Oh, I'm so hurt. And then, you know, they'd get up 5 seconds later and they're perfectly fine. And I don't know, that just feels wrong to me. It really does. Also doesn't help the fact that, you know, even the announcers were commenting on it. There we go. Anyway, done with soccer. Vladimir getting really low. He's gonna go down there to the TF. And in the meantime, the rest of the blue team's trying their best to survive this. Shyvana gets caught there. She ends up going down. Actually, she dove in to try to do some damage. Didn't end up working out, though. Out comes that TF ulti. Lands the blue card. But Graves is able to follow up. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Yes! Down goes the Karma. That is an ace there. And that may be the game. They've got minions here. They're definitely going to be able to take down this tower and the inhibitor. I'm not sure if they'll be able to finish the game yet. Lots of heals coming out from Alistar. Which, let's see, does he have the item that gives you the attack boost? Yes, this is it right here. I'll show you guys that while the explosion's going on for the surrender. Alright, 30 ability power, 10 mana regen, and 10% reduced cooldown. And then, of course, 8% movement speed, which is decent. But your heals and shields on another unit grant them 25% attack speed for 6 seconds. So, this part... Wait, how did you go this far back? What the heck? Apparently that's as far. Alright, let's see. Alright, so every time he lands a heal here, it is benefiting his team and giving them that attack speed for 6 seconds, right? 6? Yeah, 6 seconds. And of course, Alistar heal is on a really short cooldown. So he's able to pretty much continuously keep this up on his teammates. And that actually helps a lot in these engagements. You see that just ripping them apart. There's another heal there from the Alistar, continuing to refresh that. And of course, that's helping them out so very much. And then in the kill onto the turret down there as well, down she goes. There we go. There's that Alistar heal again. And they go for the tower, and he just continues on with that heal. And just look at how fast they go through that tower. There they go again, and it's just boom, 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 boom. It benefits, you know, it benefits everything. So honestly, that's a really cool thing. Also, it does work on towers if you're Janna. If you are Janna and you shield a tower, it does benefit the attack speed. That's actually intended, which is kind of cool. So that is going to be the end of this game. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the new Nidalee and seeing how exactly she's played. I think it's going to be a whole lot more interesting to watch because we're not going to see, hey, I'm just going to stand here until I land a spear and then the game's over. So that'll be pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoy future games as well, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.